So here we are, week 2, studying through the Beatitudes in this series called Blessed For. And we need to get real for a second, because Jesus, he just jumps right in, he just says it. Because this week we're talking about blessed are those who mourn. Blessed are those who mourn. That's what Jesus says, the second Beatitude. Blessed are those who mourn. And I think what's interesting is that when we think about the idea of mourning, okay, not like where you wake up and eat your breakfast, but like the act of mourning, it's a sadness. It's a deep sadness or a grief because we've lost someone or something that we love. Yet Jesus says, blessed are those who mourn. I find it interesting that Jesus says that people who are sad are blessed. It reminds me of a movie called Inside Out. If you haven't seen it, Disney, Pixar, and I remember going to see it in the theater because me and my wife like to go see kids' movies in the theater, especially when kids are there, because we just like the vibe and all that kind of stuff. So we go see Inside Out in the theater, and we're sitting there, and it becomes apparent to me that one of the main themes, if not the main theme of the movie, is that sadness could be a good thing, because sadness can lead to happiness. It can lead to joy. And sometimes we just gotta let those feelings be those feelings. Jesus says, blessed are those who mourn, because remember, blessed for they will be comforted. He says, blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Well, comforted by who? Comforted by God. Isn't it cool that the God of the universe, our Heavenly Father, loves us so incredibly much that he understands our emotions, that he cares about the way that we feel, he cares about whether or not we're sad? Because ultimately what this says is that Jesus is saying, blessed are those who mourn, because they get to be comforted by God. The ones who are mourning, the ones who are in sadness, they will be comforted. I will take them in and I will give them my comfort. And I find that incredibly encouraging. So let's ask a couple questions. When you mourn, when you go through grief or sadness, do you tend to lean in on God and that comfort that he offers? Or do you tend to get mad at God and blame him for, the reason why you're upset and the reason why you're sad? What would it take for you to stop and just let God comfort you? And to just be able to take that in and just enjoy the love that he offers. So think about those things this week, and we'll see you next week as we continue our series, Blessed For.